All right, what is up, guys? It is Coach Todd coming to you live here, Monday night live stream training from Little Norfolk, Nebraska, middle of nowhere. Excited to be here with you tonight. We are on part 2 of Unlock Your Greatness. Last week, we talked about living by a code. Do the work, win the day, be relentless. It's a code I live by. You can live by any code you want, but that's what governs my decisions every single day. If you don't live by a code, you're basically a wandering generality. Hard word to say for ex-football player. You want to become a specific, right? A very like once you get lasered in and focused on something, that's how you unlock your greatness. Um, Trying to do everything for everybody is not going to unlock anything. So, what's up, Kevin? Glad to have you on. Hope you're feeling better, bud. Hope that 6x4 didn't kick your ass too bad. I told you it was going to get you. A lot of fun working with these guys inside of the VIP, the Metabolic Playbook, where we help guys follow a playbook so they can get the results they want, specifically for them, designed so that we can change the mindset, so we can change the training, the nutrition, the supplementation, the 4 pillars of long-term transformation. And so really, I've been blessed to have some really good coaches. Once again, I've talked about this before. Uh, Won a state championship in high school in football, won 2 national championships in college at Nebraska under Coach Tom Osborne, played under some really good coaches. My position coach at Nebraska was Frank Solich, went up to the University of Ohio and set the MAC conference record for most wins by coach. Been coached by some really cool people. Worked with Alex Hermosi. If anybody Google that guy. He's been one of my coaches. Trevor Cashy's my nutrition guy. I've worked with some pretty elite people. Garrett White is one of my mentors, who I wholeheartedly believe in, the Warrior Way, that kind of stuff. So I've paid a lot of money for this stuff. Obviously, football. I walked on at Nebraska, didn't earn a scholarship, paid for that. Did earn a scholarship after 2 years. Then unfortunately got hurt, left the team because of my injury and having a kid, so came to work. So I paid to be coached there too. So been, then I spent 20 years in this wandering generality, right? I was trying to do everything. I was trying to be a great golfer. I was trying to be a great husband. I was trying to be great at work. I was trying to now I do believe you can do 4 things at once, right? Be great physically, be great spiritually, be great as a father, and be great in your business. There's 4 things that I think you can combine and do really, really well, and they each feed off of each other. Lots of guys, when it comes down to greatness, can be really great at business, but horrible in their relationships. They're never home, they're always at work, that kind of stuff. They can be really great in business, but have horrible health, or just horrible mindset, right? Um, People don't like them, like they end up being alone, right? Um, so combining all those, that's what, in my opinion, and once again, your opinion of greatness does not have to be my opinion of greatness. My opinion of greatness is being able to hit it on all fronts in your fitness, in your family, in your finances, and in your faith and your mindset. And the legacy you leave. So one of the coaches probably gave me some of the best advice. Coach Solich said, if you don't like the result, you can either decide to lower your expectation or raise your commitment, right? So I think that's something I want to talk about tonight: expectation versus commitment, right? Um, I got a chuckle at my wife. My wife is always like, I hope we win the lottery. So she buys lottery tickets, one every week. And be about the time that I laugh at her that she wins it. But, um, you know, she's buying that lottery ticket. She's committing to that dollar, or I guess they're $2 now, every week with zero expectations of winning. Like she knows she's not going to win, right? Like we all know if we buy a lottery ticket, the chances of winning it is very, very slim, right? So, but I think we can all agree on the fact that if we have really high expectations and really high commitment levels, you're going to get amazing results, right? So, on the contrary, if you have high expectation, like my wife, if she would go in it thinking she's going to win the lottery this time, if she does that every single week, right? Um, but doesn't buy a ticket, no commitment to the ticket, obviously that's going to just cause disappointment and frustration, right? No different with fitness, right? I think it's it's easy to see this in other people the older I get, and it's more difficult to see in myself. I had to do a reevaluation. I talked to my VIP group Sunday morning about this, like back to the basics, because I had to reevaluate what I was doing on a daily basis in order to be a leader and be great inside of my body. Um, so I think it's pretty easy to see in others, but it took me 16 weeks to figure it out, right? Like, because I kind of put the blinders on myself, right? So um, we usually commit to what's convenient, right? And the illusion of commitment, right? That's why you see people commit to everything except the one thing that matters, and then justify the fact that they haven't committed to the one thing that would really matter, right? So like, hey, I'm going to work out every single day, but I'm just going to eat like shit, right? When weight loss and health is 80%, sometimes 90% nutrition, right? Well, I'll work out every single day but I'm not going to commit to the one thing is getting your nutrition right. And any of my guys can chime in here and say that, the way I teach nutrition, we don't give anything up. They see me eat stuff. I know they eat stuff um, that isn't healthy, but we learn how to put that into um, our weekly diet and how to make sure that we're going in the right direction, right? I don't believe in taking out any food groups. So, um, but really, you can commit to that exercise month after month, even a year, right? And I'll tell you, I committed to doing 20 minutes every single day on my bike, on my assault bike. For a year, I lost 10 pounds. Lost 10 pounds. I was committed. Yes, had ice cream Sunday at a birthday party. We don't take ice cream out of our meal plans. Are we going to eat ice cream every single day like I used to? Absolutely not, but we're not going to take it out. But I committed to 20 minutes on my bike every single day for a year, 365 days. Going to ride the bike. This is back, started in November of 2019. I'm currently on, I don't know, 200 or something. I don't know what, but um, well, 100 and some weeks. I don't know. I don't even really know. But that first year, I was committed to the exercise and didn't really change my diet, didn't do anything, still and I lost 10 pounds in a year because I love food. I'll be real honest. I love food. It's probably as much as you do, if not more, right? I've weighed 300 pounds or real close. Um, and I love food. I just absolutely love food. So 1 year, 20 minutes every single day, lost 10 pounds. Then I committed to the nutrition. I committed to my greens and my shake every day. I committed to doing my water every day, right? And in a span of basically 4 months, I went from 265 to 210. I lost 55 pounds in 4 months, just making sure I did those things. I didn't necessarily take everything out once again. And I did 20 minutes every single day. I was used to crushing 2 hour workouts, lifting heavy shit, that kind of stuff. But, you know, I was not committed for a year to the one thing that really would get me the result of the weight loss I needed, right? Blood pressure was high, all that stuff. So that was a huge difference between, you know, I expected, hey, I'm going to train every single day for a year. I'm going to lose all this weight, but I wasn't committed to do the one thing, right? So, um, lots of guys are going to commit to challenges, races, that kind of thing. We have a 42-day challenge. I have lots of guys that commit to the 42-day challenge, right? And expect to finish, but because the commitment level is so low, um, they don't finish. I have a lot of guys that don't finish it, and it's sad because it's free, right? But that's part of the whole, like, maybe that just wasn't the right challenge. Don't stop doing challenges. I'm not saying that, but at the end of the day, you're always if you're always looking for a hack to the system, basics work, and just committing to the one thing that's going to get the results that you hate. You hate, right? So, see, Coach Denny finally popped on. We're going to bring him in. What up, Coach Denny?
Hey,
I don't know how
can
much
you
of
see
that.
me okay?
Yeah, look good.
I can hear a few things. We just some homework and whatnot.
So,
So glad to be here.
Monday night live stream training, part 2 of how to unlock your greatness, right? So, part 1 was definitely living by code, right? Like having that code so that can help you with your decisions. Part 2, expectations and commitment, right? Or
Yeah.
expectations versus commitment. High expectation plus high commitment, unbelievable results. High expectation, low commitment, entitlement, disappointment, frustration, right? So, you got an example potentially of something that you had super high expectations on but didn't really commit, or vice versa, high expectations, high commitment, and nailed it.
Um, I would say, there's definitely, it's easier to talk about, the big wins, right? So I'll talk about more on the failure, where you feel like I got this high expectation. And sometimes you don't even realize that you're doing like a low commitment. You think this is all I need to do. And you go in there and you suck, right? I here's a good one. Last Christmas, um, I think I had it might be 2 years ago or 1 year ago. It doesn't matter. I think I might have had COVID. I was playing in my first pickleball tournament and was playing with a friend of mine. He lived a couple hours away, so he used to be very highly ranked in tennis. We get there. We could only join the 3.5 tournament, and they go by, two, 2.5, three, 3.5, all the way up to pros are playing, I think, like 5.5, somewhere in there. So we're going to walk through these guys at 3.5 because we're 4-0 players. So high expectation. Uh, here's the LC, here's the low commitment part. What I found out during the tournament, he hadn't played pickleball ever. He was learning the rules as we went. I had been playing for a short period of time, month or two, and so he's learning the rules from me, who had just learned the rules. Um, he's a left-hander. When you're playing both right-handed, it's a pretty seamless thing. When you do left-handed, you have to do something called a stack. Then you got to play to the strengths, and you got to hit the ball to the weak side guy, and you got to find out what works between you two. All these things are things that we had not done, had not planned for. Uh, we were going to go in there and just destroy these fools. There were 6 people in our flight. We did not get out of our flight. I can't remember if we even won a game. I'm not sure if we did, but we definitely didn't make it to the medal round. And we thoroughly got our asses beat.
Yeah.
We had very high expectations, and it wasn't like, hey, we're going to medal. It's like, well, we're going to destroy these guys. And then we got destroyed. So what do you do when that happens? We can stick on the high level, low expectations, but part of what you need to do off of that is this where you crumble like a cookie, right? Crumble like a cracker. Or is this where you have to rebound and come back through and be like, okay, what do I need to do? You need to go to the drawing board, right? Right, coach?
Mm-hmm. Right. Back to the
Yeah.
drawing chalkboard.
Yeah. And you have to assess yourself. Where was I at? Did I have the high commitment and did I get the great results? No. So you got to be honest with yourself. So there's an instance where definitely did it the wrong way and learned from it.
Yeah, absolutely. So just one of the ways to unlock your greatness. We're going to have a couple more weeks of unlock your greatness. Actually, hopefully going to have a guest speaker in the next couple Mondays. Got Mark Martinez that wrote a book called Hit Your Grand Slam. Talks about, you know, how to be great inside of kind of a baseball analogy. It's a really good book. Met Mark down in Kansas City. Read the book. It's an awesome book. So hopefully we can have him on here. He said he would join us one of these Monday nights talking about greatness. It's crazy because he actually started a men's group in Kansas City through his church that's called The Locker Room. So pretty crazy, right? We happened to bump into each other at an event, started talking, and he's like, "So you have the STB locker room?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Cool. Here, like I wrote a book about the locker room and baseball and being great." And I'm like, "Awesome!" Like we just hit it off. So hopefully we can have him on one of these Mondays here in the coming weeks, talking about unlocking your greatness. And once again, it comes down to having a high expectation, having it setting a goal, and then committing to doing what it takes every single day until you accomplish that goal. Right? For me, that's living by the code. That's what Denny said, assessing where am I at currently? Where do I want to go? How do I get there the fastest way possible? I don't believe in hacks by any means, but I believe in, there's a smart way and a dumb way, right? Like you can throw shit against the wall and see what sticks, or you can follow, like, success leaves clues, right? So whether you guys, whether that's in your fitness, whether that's in your family, whether it's in your finance, your faith, your mindset, there's certain things. I think we've done one this week. I haven't talked about it in our free group here. I think I just hit day 12 of a cold shower challenge inside our VIP group. We do some cool VIP only challenges, and I hit day 12 of a cold shower challenge, which I knew for the last 10 years I needed to take, like, cold showers. Just there's really good things about it, and it's one thing I just absolutely, in my mind, there's no effing way I'm doing this. Like, I hate cold water, especially in the shower, right? So committed to it, got other guys on board, and we all committed to it. And I hit day 12 today, and actually I can't say that it's enjoyable by any means, but I'm at least not dreading it every single day. I'm like, I know it's going to happen. you know
It's definitely an HC. It's definitely an HEHC because I know, what was it, Saturday I called you and I said, I'm just going to have to do a bonus shower later in the day. So I physically I was mentally, I was like, I got pickleball early in the morning. I just don't think I can handle this.
Yeah. But it is. So once again, there's just always things in life, and it doesn't. Once again, it fits into any of those areas, right? Where if you have a high expectation level and a low commitment, you're just going to be frustrated, right?
Yeah.
You need to have that commitment level, and usually it's the commitment to the thing you want to least do, right? So it's cool to self-assess and sit down and be like, okay, I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. This is a 1. I can do that every day of the week. I don't care. Like, for me, exercise, Denny knows this, it's easy. Like,
Yeah.
I love to work out every single day. Like, I get jacked up. I'm like, oh, I get to go work out, right? That's a level 1 for me. A cold shower is, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, a 15. Like, do not want to do it, right? So sit down, whatever you want to accomplish, what do I need to do? And then pick out the hardest thing on there and make sure that's what you start with, right? Start with the hardest thing and
It, it
move your way backwards.
I gotta add to this. I mean, if you find yourself, you've been in this, some sort of form of this in the past over and over and over again, something different has to change, right?
Yep.
So if you've assessed and you come back to this and you're still having these issues, something needs to change, and what is it? Have you asked for the proper help? Have you done this? Have you done that? I mean, it's tax season. You have problems doing your taxes. Maybe you should go to somebody who does taxes. You
Mm,
know, instead of doing the 1040 easy. But
right.
you have to find the right help. You have to find the right zone.
Yep. And I love this. Somebody, I don't know who it is because it says Facebook user, but growth comes from discomfort
Oh,
100% of the time. And a lot of people get stalled out in life, right? Because I think personally, from all of the coaching that I've had, when we fail to progress, we fail to really live life at a great level, right? And once again, everybody's idea of greatness is different. I understand that, but pro- progress, to progress daily or progress at least weekly, like on some sort of level, whether that's your finances, your family, your faith, your fitness, right? And I think that's one reason, like, I have zero problems training because I know I'm getting a little bit better every single day, right? And that I'm growing from that. I'm learning about my body more and more every single day.
have
Um,
zero
and
problems.
that growth comes from discomfort. So awesome comment there. Do you know who said it, Denny?
I'm looking it up right now.
I can't ever see who that is on this app. So,
I'm trying to.
um, but we're pretty stoked. We're pretty stoked about this group and how far people have come, and obviously moving over into the VIP group. Reach out. You want help changing your body, changing your mindset. I think it flows into every other aspect of your life as well. Getting your body down first, right? And once again, it's not a commitment for 2 hours a day. I'm adamant about doing, you know, the least amount of work with the most possible result. Um, so I think that's critical, especially for 40 plus guys, right? If you're over 40 years old and you're spending 2 hours in the weight room, you're probably breaking down a lot more stuff than you're actually building. So, and it took me 4 years in my 40s to figure that out. Before I was like, I am just absolutely breaking down every part of my body, lifting stupid long every single day. It wasn't until I had an injury that it forced me into shorter workouts, and I got better results, right? Once again, dialing in my nutrition, doing the right things on that, which was the hardest part for me when it comes to body weight, how I look. Always been the nutrition because I love food. So cool. That's what we got tonight. About 23 minutes. So reach out if you have any questions. Make it a great week. Get your 20 minutes in. Get your water in. Get your protein in. Reach out to us. Our greens and protein, easiest way. Add something. Don't subtract. Add something to your nutrition instead of subtracting, and see where that takes you versus everything you've been told all your life. Cut calories, do that. Hey, just add the greens and the protein every single day and watch your life change. It's not going to happen overnight because it's not a quick fix, but
Right.
it's a simple, effective way to change your body just by adding something and not subtraction, right? Like
Yeah.
every single coach out there is going to tell you, stop eating sugar, stop eating carbs or whatever, right? Hey, don't eat for 16 hours out of the day. That's cool, but guess what? I like to eat. So I'm going to eat 12 to
Yeah.
16 hours out of the day. I'm not going to not eat. Uh, and still get awesome results. Not knocking any of those programs by any means, but they're not a long-term fix. You're not going to intermittent fast your entire life. You're not going to keto your entire life. Um, those kinds of things. So they always subtract. I
Right.
add. First thing I do is say, hey, listen, greens and protein every single day. It tastes like a cheat meal. Tastes awesome. My kids drink it. I drink it. We got hundreds of people drinking it, and it's great. So simple, easy way to start with nutrition. And that's what got me on the right path with my nutrition, just adding greens and protein every single day. So can't say enough about that. So that's what I got. Denny, thanks for joining. God bless. Much love. Peace out.